Chicago White Sox baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group.
With a 4-2 win last night over the Blue Jays, like the weather, the Sox have been blistering hot, tearing off 6 straight victories on the south side. And today, Gavin Floyd will lead the charge as they look for lucky number 7. It's the Sox and Bluebirds next on Comcast Sportsnet. We are coming to you from the city beautiful Chicago, Illinois, where this afternoon Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox baseball. It's Paul Konerko, Adam Dunn, A.J. Pierzynski and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with John Farrell's Toronto Blue Jays. Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Ken Harrelson with Steve Stone as we get set to bring you Game 2 of this 3-game set and Game 5 of the 6-game homestand. As you know, the first 3 with Texas, we swept them. Then last night, Jake Peavy was just awesome once again. He picked up the victory finally. We got him a few runs. We won that ball game 4-2. So this afternoon, a couple of good pitchers out on that bump.
Gavin Floyd goes to the mound, and Gavin Floyd's had some problems with Toronto over the course of his career. He's 0-5 against them. But this year, 6-8. 2 out of the last 3 times he's been very good. Hopefully he gets a curveball over early, and he keeps the 2 guys at the top off base because they can run, and that's the running game for this Toronto Blue Jay team. So Ricky Romero goes to the mound for the Blue Jays, and lifetime he's 3-0 against us, although this year he's 8-3. That's deceiving. His ERA is well up over 5. Last 6 starts, he's averaged 5 walks. That's un-Romero-like. He's not getting the changeup over the plate, and that's been a big problem for him. Hopefully that continues today. Let's see if we can go undefeated on this homestand.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
temperatures have broken. It's 75 degrees at game time. Just a gorgeous afternoon for baseball. And it's time now for the Miller time starting lineup for the Toronto Blue Jays. John Farrell lines them up this way. Brett Lawrie leads it off, then it's Rasmus, Bautista, Encarnacion, Lynn, Escobar, Davis, Omar Vizquel in the lineup today with Aaron Sevilla catching. The defense and how they'll line up behind Gavin Floyd, Viciedo, Diaz, and Rios left to right with Euclid, Ramirez, Hudson, and Konerko. A.J. Pierzynski gets a nod behind the plate, and our Lexus Pursuing Perfection starting pitcher is Gavin Floyd, looking for win number 7. His ERA up close to 5. Left-handers have really hurt him, hitting .307, and he's never beaten this Blue Jay team. He is 0-5 against them, so trying to buck a trend here today. The umpires for the game today. The end of plate, Ron Culpa at first base, DJ Rayburn at second base, Jim Wolf, and at third base, the crew chief, Darryl Cousins. Sox have opened their lead to 3 full games over the Cleveland Indians, and this is one of the reasons why. Playing at home a whole lot better. 7-1 in the last 8. Batting average up close to 300. Runs allowed, the disparity is 30 with an ERA of 1.92. So we are 2 games over 500 at home. And let's see if we can take advantage of this gorgeous weather and win our 5th straight here at home and overall our 5th straight. So we're ready to play baseball, and I'm ready to turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Ken Harrelson.
Hi, Steve. Thank you. And once again, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right over Comcast Sportsnet. So happy you could join us for Game 2 of this 3-game set and Game 5 of this 6-game homestand. Brett Lawrie trying to do a little housekeeping up in the batter's box. 22-year-old third baseman. Comes in hitting at .298, homers and 33 driven in. And our 6'6", 235-pound right-hander Gavin Floyd's first pitch of the ball game swung on and souvenir right side. Blue Jays come in hitting at .254 as a team with a 4.43 ERA. Toronto 19-23 on the road and 23-19 at home. Here go 42-42. That's smoked for a base hit, so good speed aboard.
One of the real important things as this game moves along, and it's too late for the first hitter, but you've got to keep Lawrie and Rasmus off base. The reason being is that's most of their base stealing ability. So Lawrie hits a line drive base hit. Not a great way to start it off for Gavin.
He has stolen 11, but he has been thrown out 8 times, so it's flip a coin. This is the 5th meeting between these two clubs. In the first 4, they have split them. So here's Rasmus, 25-year-old center fielder, hitting at .259, 16 homers and 50 driven in. Takes a bunt, takes the ball.
Colby hit the ball very well last night, despite the fact that he had 0 for 4 to show for it. There was a strikeout victim in the 8th inning. Before that, he squared up pretty much everything.
Well up in that box and very close to the plate. So you get a left-handed hitter against a right-handed pitcher with a good breaking ball down and in or right underneath his hands. And he shouldn't give you a whole bunch of trouble, but if you miss, you get a problem. Gap out there in right center. And here at the ballpark, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center. On a beautiful day here in the city, beautiful. 75 degrees as we speak. Takes that strike right there.
Now if John Farrell wants to run, good pitch to run, you never expect a 2-1 pitch out. Troy Lavulo, the coach at first. He's got his stopwatch timing Gavin Floyd, how long it takes him to get the ball to home.
2-2 the count.
Good breaking ball on the inner portion, and he threw it right under the hands of Rasmus. Menard's pitch tracks. The ball just settles right into AJ's glove.
Outfield for the most part straight up. AJ keeps it in front of him, so no advance, but a full count.
Now you get a chance to strike him out, throw him out.
This Toronto lineup is dangerous, very dangerous. They have 123 home runs. Chops that foul. So the count hangs full at 3-2. You're just tuning in. Sox, as you know, swept the Texas Rangers in that 3-game set to open up this homestand. That's the first time Texas has been swept this year.
Leaving our Sox as the only team in the major leagues yet to be swept in a 3 or 4 game series.
Stand close to that plate, and that pitch right there is going to eat you up. He gone. 1 out.
That ball in off the plate. Rasmus can't get to it, and a big strikeout, especially with the league's leading home run hitter coming up.
He has 27 of them. He's knocked in 64. Last year he hit 43 of them and drove in 103. Takes the bunt, takes the curveball strike.
He actually would encourage Bautista to
I
bunt.
was getting ready to say we would love to have him.
Be more than happy to. He doesn't have a sacrifice this year. I doubt if he's got a bunt for a hit too often.
Hall of Famer Whitey Herzog, great manager. Boy, I tell you, when you get a guy as dangerous as Bautista, he's liable to take that whole left side of the infield and just move it over to the right. Give him a base hit.
Here you go.
That's it. Keep him in the park. That was Whitey's mantra. Keep him in the park.
And look at Brian Butterfield, the third base coach. He also does double duty because he sets the defensive alignment, and he is very good at it.
Brian's a good baseball man, good guy. And the count evens at 2.
I don't think Bautista could believe that he took a pitch that had as much to the plate as this one, but this is a straight change. He probably was looking fastball or looking anything else, and he got it in the zone. It's not a very happy number 3 hitter right now.
And a full count. So they went full on Rasmus. He goes full on Bautista.
He did not run with Rasmus, who has more strikeouts than Bautista. So we'll see right-hander to right-hander if he decides to run with him here.
There he goes. And he pops him up. Piazza. And that's out number 2. That'll bring up the DH this afternoon, Edwin Encarnacion. And checking some other action, top of the first in Detroit, 2-0 Kansas City. Later on, Cleveland hosting Tampa Bay at Progressive Field.
And Tampa Bay suddenly found some offense last night. They beat the Indians 10-3. Encarnacion very close to his all-time high in home runs. All-time high of 26 with the Cincinnati Reds. 22 already.
They got a lot of dangerous guys in this lineup.
They do that. They don't have the best hitters around. They do have a lot of guys can take you out of the ballpark.
It's one of those lineups that if you make your pitches, you make decent pitches. There he goes. Boy, he got his jump. He could have stolen that one. Standing up. Meanwhile, he didn't. They throw him out, and that'll retire the side. After a half inning of play, it's the Blue Jays nothing, and our guys coming to bat.
Robin lines him up this way. Diaza leading it off, then Euclid hitting second. Then it's Dunn, Canerco, Rios, AJ, Viciedo, Ramirez, and Orlando playing second, hitting ninth. The defense, and on the lineup behind Romero. Davis, Rasmus, and Matisse in the outfield with Lowry, Escobar, Vizquel, and Lynn in the infield. JP Arancibia behind the plate. And our Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher is Ricky Romero. Undefeated lifetime against our Sox. This year, 8-3, but his ERA way up there. You can tell 55 walks, just 74 strikeouts. He's a fastball, and his second best pitch is a straight change. He's had problems with that lately.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. First pitch strike from the 27-year-old southpaw. Romero has had our number.
He has
been very, very tough.
Doesn't matter how he's going at any given time, and he has not been going all that well, especially control-wise.
Souvenir. Yeah, when I was doing my lineups, I saw the 253. I thought that was a little high with his ability. 74 Ks, okay. But when I saw the 55 walks, that'll get your attention.
Especially for a guy who has been as good as he's been. And that's been very good.
That curveball. And that's out number one.
Merrill, former #1 draft pick of these Blue Jays, the 6th pick overall in the 2005 draft. He's gotten better each and every year. 13, 14, and 15 wins the last 3 seasons.
So here's Uke. Hitting at .310, couple of homers, 11 RBIs in a White Sox uniform. Uke 1 for 3 with an RBI last evening, and he has had good success against Romero. 8 for 23, and of the 8 hits, 5 of them stayed in the park. Two another count.
Menard pitch tracks it. It's a pretty good pitch.
Especially on 2-0. And the count's 3-1 with Adam Dunn on deck.
And it's pretty selective on the part of Euclid because, look, you're looking fastball 2-0. He got a fastball, but it was very much a pitcher's pitch. Just because you're looking for the pitch you get, if it's not one you believe you can handle, you might as well wait for the next pitch, and he's 3-1.
Well, on 2-0, 3-1, what hitters will do is, you phrased it perfectly, that fastball down. They very seldom will chase a pitch down. Now, they might chase one up on letter high if they're looking for a fastball, but they very seldom chase one down and in like that. And the payoff pitch.
There's a typical Euclid at bat. Works it to 2-0, does not swing at the pitcher's pitch. Fouls one off at 3-1 because he got one to his liking, and then winds up with a walk.
So he put the shift on with Lowry, the third baseman, going over into short right field. We're back on the grass now with nobody on. He's way out there in right field. Here's Adam at 210, 25 homers and 60 knocked in. 0 for 4 last night. Checks it up and takes ball 1. Lifetime against Romero, 2 for 9 with a homer. And there's a base hit. So Uke will make the turn. He will go into third. And with one out, runners at the corners, here comes Paulie.
Adam gets a fastball. He gets it on the outer third. Takes it right over Lowry's head. Bautista got rid of it very quickly, but with the shift on, couldn't even think about third base. There was nobody over there.
Paulie at .335, 14 homers and 42 driven in. There's that change.
Well, he had a couple of hits last night. Could have easily had a third, but for a tremendous leaping catch by Lowry at third. And with runners in scoring position, Paulie has been, well, he's been Paulie. He's been one of the best in baseball.
There's that changeup again.
That catch last night, Lowry as high as he could possibly get to rob him of what would have been his second and eventually his third hit of the night.
Three straight changeups. Kansas City scored 2 in the top of the first. Detroit came right back with 2 in the bottom of the first. Gap out there in left center. Breaking ball.
Another good stop by Aaron Sevilla, who has saved him a couple of wild pitches. At the first run of the ball game, just 90 feet away.
Aaron Sevilla is one of those guys, the more you see him, the more you like him.
Well, he's not going to hit for a big average, but he will hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Oh, he's dangerous.
And he's turned into a pretty decent catcher.
He's real dangerous.
Looks like another straight change.
Two and two the count. Alex Rios on deck.
Rasmus probably has the best, or one of the best, most accurate arms in the outfield. Batista throws well and right. We saw a throw by Davis last night that airmailed everybody.
And a full count. Chop foul on the changeup.
Well, he came in with a definite game plan against Paulie. That was one way or the other, get him out with a straight change.
That's the fourth one in this sequence.
There's going to be another one right here.
Foul tip and hung on to by Aaron Sevilla, so a big strikeout.
Another straight change.
Well, the worst 5 words you can tell a hitter. He's got a great changeup.
Well, Romero has one of those.
If you say he's got a great fastball, it doesn't bother you. If you say he's got a great curveball, it doesn't bother you. But you tell somebody he's got a great changeup, now it gets your wheels turning. There's a fastball strike. Alex hitting at .315, 11 homers and 45 knocked in. He's on an 11-game hitting streak.
And he's been hitting everything hard. There's not a whole lot of bloopers in that streak.
Comes at him with another fastball.
Completely different batting styles from last year to this for Alex Rios. Take a look at last year. He's kind of sitting down. This year he's standing much straighter.
Got him on a changeup, and he pitches out of it. First and third, 1 out. Meanwhile, after 1, no score.
Take another look at it. Well, he didn't tip it.
Nope.
So we're trying to figure out exactly what it is. Unless it was only strike 2. And now John Farrell comes out and he wants to talk with Ron Kulpa.
So Rios and Arancibia having a little confab.
Hey, you take the breaks whenever you can get them.
Oh, wouldn't this be something?
Yeah.
There's about a 54-footer.
Well, that time he came dangerously close to making his third wild pitch of the year. Arancibia has already saved him 3 of them. During the 11-game hitting streak, the batting average at .457.
Ball hit hard. Look at the play by Escobar, and they're going to get the force. What a play by Yunel Escobar, taking a base hit, a runaway from us, and that'll retire the side. Dadgummit.
Later in the game, brought to you by Miller Lite. Here's a Home Depot doing more on defense. And it's a play that ended the inning. Yunel Escobar saving a run, and who knows how big the inning could have gotten. Alex most unhappy, but he did get a big break in that inning. And during the break, John Farrell, who hadn't had quite enough to say yet to Ron Kulpa,
came out twice in the break.
Yeah, might be asking him how you missed that one.
So here's Adam Lynn.
Oh! Now, we watched him last night kill balls away. And I'm sure that Don Cooper has made an adjustment.
0-2 the count.
Well, A.J. wanted that one in, and Gavin floated that one away.
Out of Anderson, Indiana. Lynn hitting at .209, 7 homers, 19 driven in. Boy, Farrell looks like a pup out of Doug Rader coming out of that dugout. Especially from the sides. 2 big guys.
And Farrell's a big man.
Yeah. All right, you got time, Alexei. And that's out number one.
There's a look at John Farrell, former pitching coach of the Red Sox, formerly in the front office. Got his chance to manage the Blue Jays, and he is going to be one of the better managers around before it's all over.
First pitch strike to Escobar. Well, from everything we hear, we haven't seen him that much, but from everything we hear, it certainly appears to be the case.
I think he understands the game well. He certainly understands the pitching aspect of it.
That's into right field. We got a man there. Back on the track.
Maybe the last couple of days that might have had a shot. But today it's 74 degrees. It's not quite as lively at the ballpark.
Left fielder Rajay Davis. Hitting at .261, 4 homers, 23 knocked in. Rajay 0 for 4 last evening. Hit into a game-ending 6-4-3 double play. Strong arm of Gordon Beckham, because Davis can run. One of the faster guys in the American League.
And in 70 games, that was only the 4th double play he's grounded into. So a good job and another very good ending.
A ball and 2 strikes.
Gavin using that straight change early in this one and using it well.
Out of play, and this is your chance to win an Alexei Ramirez autographed jersey and tell the White Sox what you think. Simply log on to your computer and take a quick survey. Your answers are confidential, so visit whitesox.com/survey, and you must complete that survey before today's game ends to be eligible for the prize. Two and two. And it's also Alexei Ramirez bobblehead day. First 20,000 fans today got one of those. Oh yeah, nice. Jane, you. 1, 2, 3 innings. He's retired 6 in a row after an inning and a half, no score. with Chicago Pitching Classics. Now Thursday night is Philip Humber's perfect game from April against the Mariners. Chicago Pitching Classics Thursday night at 7 only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
And speaking of Philip Humber, he threw his second rehab stint, and he threw 63 pitches. So he has a little work to go yet, but at least he's out there rehabbing and getting ready to come on back.
AJ will lead us off here in the bottom of the second. Takes first pitch strike. AJ 1 for 3 last night. And here was that hit.
Got a rolling Aaron Laffey breaking ball and rolled it right out of the park and made it 4-1 at the time.
He hung it and he heard it. And the 0-2 pitch.
Well, our boys made Romero work in that first inning. And even on a day that isn't all that warm, you want to pile up the pitches as much as you can.
Checks it up. He did not go.
The magic number is down to 77. Never too early to start.
Got a piece of that breaking ball.
And a nice job of staying alive, because AJ was floating, realizing this was going to be a strike. Just able to flip the bat and stay alive.
And a full count. Ball 4, base hit. High pop up left side. One down. Here's Tank. Tank at 254, 14 homers and 38 knocked in. Tank with a big hit in that game last night, starting off that 3-run fifth with a double. One hopper. Quickly 2 out. And here's Alexis.
It looked for a minute like Lowry was going to stay back at third. If he does that, then it's a good bunting situation. Right now he's a couple of steps in back of the bag.
Thought you were going to say something else. Looked for a minute like he was going to run it over to first base.
Well, he's got some of that in him too. He's got very fast actions.
Everything is fast forwarded vis-a-vis Steve Sachs. Fouls that back, and then the count 0-2. Now field straight up. Breaking ball. It's going to be a quick 1-2-3 inning for Romero. And we will go to the third. Company gear up for a showdown with Billy Butler and the division rival Kansas City Royals in Kansas City. Coverage begins at 6:30 with White Sox pregame live. White Sox Royals Friday night at 6:30 on Comcast Sportsnet.
That starts a very long road trip. 3 in Kansas City, 4 in Boston, then 3 in Detroit before coming home for just 3 games. Then it's on to Texas and Minnesota. So we're going to be on the road a lot after the All-Star break.
45-year-old veteran Omar Vizquel tries to bunt it, fouls it back. Totals on the board identical here in the top of the third at 0-1-0. Alexei's got him.
Just love those 2 pitch at bats. Vizquel not quite high enough as Alexei able to make the play.
JP Arancibia hitting at 224, but he has 13 homers and he's driven in 41, so that's a hard 224.
He doesn't leave much of the imagination on his swings. He is not swinging to hit a soft single to right field.
High pop up. Paulie taking charge. He's good. 2 down. I'll say one thing about Arancibia. He does a lot of good things at the plate, and there's no reason in the world why he should hit 224. With his ability and what he can do at the plate, it wouldn't surprise me that he see him at 270, 280, 30 home runs, and drive in a whole bunch.
Well, in the minor leagues, he did hit. I mean, that's one of the things that he did best. Dunedin in 08, 315. Hit 301 at Las Vegas.
Well, he does too many good things up there. And now it boils down to what's between the ears. That's what's going to determine that.
I mean, last year, drove in 78, hit 23 home runs, but hit only 219. So they believe that he can hit. And the question then becomes, does he believe he can hit?
That's the whole thing. The mirror's going to tell him that. What's between those ears as Laurie led off the ball game with a smash single into center field. Paul Richards said that. Former general manager of the White Sox, manager, also Baltimore, Houston, Atlanta. Great baseball man. He said, for the most part, he said there are always exceptions. He said, but for the most part, great hitters are not born. He gone. Hook. That didn't take long. And we'll go to the bottom of the third.
Who owns the only 6-hit game in Blue Jays history? You think about that? We'll get back to you a little later in the game with the answer.
And right now, let's check out our Farmers Insurance picks to click this afternoon. Jimangio, our director and the crew, went with Tank. Steve's going with Hudson. And Tommy Sheridan, Rich Kuchar, Lindsey Jordan, Sam Lawson, Jeff Bogacki, John Marjalewski, Rob Boaz. We're going to go with A.J. Pierzynski. So right here it's Hudson, then back to the top of the order with Diaza and Uke. Baseball one. But getting back to Paul Richards, he says, well, there are always exceptions to every rule in baseball, he says, but as a rule, great hitters are not born. He said what happens, they work hard, they work very hard, go through a lot of difficulties. And one day they get up and they look in that mirror, and that mirror says, you son of a gun, you can hit up here. And I'll tell you what, I think he was right.
It's the belief that you can do it that determines if you can or not.
2-1 to count to Orlando. Souvenir right side. And you can stop by Bacardi at the Park at US Cellular Field at the Gate 5 Plaza. Bacardi at the Park offers a full menu from Gibson's Restaurant Group and opens at 11 a.m. before all home games. It's a great place to hang out and watch the action on over 70 HD TVs. Jams him, and that's going to be another souvenir.
Still no outs here in the bottom of the third inning, and 42 pitches have been made by Ricky Romero. Sox try to beat him for the first time in his career.
One out.
Menard pitch tracks. Orlando expands that zone by a wide margin and goes down on strikes.
So here's Alejandro. He grounded out 3-1. Rasmus plays a shallow center field. And the count 2-0. Oops.
If our guys were a little more patient with Romero, he would be walking a few more of them. But they've helped him out a few times. Last pitch being one of them.
So the count evens at 2.
Pretty impressive career totals. 110 starts, 18 over 500 with an ERA of 3.85. Been a good pitcher for some teams that weren't great teams. Here's the Alexi bobblehead. The young man is not quite as interested in that as he is in that ice cream sandwich.
Ate him up inside. A little double clutch, but he just does get him.
I think Alejandro might have gotten turned around in the batter's box on that inside pitch. Because normally, going away from the play when the shortstop bobbles the ball, you're not going to get Diaz at first. I'm not sure he did get him at first.
There's Euclid. Uke walked his first trip. Fastball strike. Take another look at this play at first base. He's safe.
Could hit the bag.
He is safe. 1-2 to count.
That's one of the few big curveballs that Romero has thrown to this afternoon. And mostly a fastball straight change pitcher.
Two out, 1-2 the count. And another foul. Good eye. Adam Dunn on deck. Count goes full.
Adam Dunn waiting in the on-deck circle to see if Euclid can keep it alive.
Off the end of the bat. And that is 8 in a row retired by Romero.
Locos Tacos from Taco Bell.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors for their guys. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for our guys here in the top of the 4th inning. It'll be Rasmus, Bautista, and Encarnacion. Rasmus struck out. And that is into left field. Tank got the bead, the ball, 1 out. For upcoming White Sox games, the first 25,000 fans receive a Constellation game card, which gives you a 5% discount on your electrical needs. Here's Bautista. Takes first pitch strike. He went out to Diaza.
Hug, Bautista grabs the bat, and his hand is actually below the knob of the bat. You can see it there. Just exactly why do they do that instead of using a longer bat?
Well, some guys just like that feel. They feel like it subconsciously or consciously gives them a little more leverage. Been a lot of guys.
And Willie Stargell had 2 fingers below the knob of the bat, and it just seems strange to me because he used such a long bat in the first place.
Well, one of the right-handed hitters who was one of the strongest hitters to the opposite field that I've ever seen was Julio Franco.
He did the same thing?
Yeah, he had his last 2 fingers off the knob. You know, I mean, he just, you know how he could hang out just bullets to right field.
But is it just a matter of comfort? It doesn't help
It's
them
all
at all?
personal preference. It's like gripping a golf club. Right off the end of the bat, little comebacker. I hit for a long time with my little finger almost off the knob. And then once I started getting that bat stuck where it shouldn't be stuck, I had to choke up a little bit.
Swing a little slow? Was it getting a little slower?
And It's personal preference. I know one thing: you can hit the ball just as far, choking up an inch, inch and a half, as you can with 2 fingers hanging off the knob of that bat.
Barry Bonds choked up his entire career.
I was going to say the greatest example is the guy who's got the all-time home run record.
And he did that from the time he was at Arizona State, the time he went through the Pirate system, to where he came to the big leagues with Pittsburgh, and of course later with San Francisco.
Well, anybody who's struggling at all that doesn't try choking up an inch, inch and a half is nuts. You're not giving yourself the best of it. You definitely have better bat control. 3-1 to count. And all youngsters should choke up on the bat when they start playing the game so that they can make better contact. And there is the first walk of the game issued by Gavin.
Encarnacion is another guy who can run. 8 for 10 in stolen bases. So far, John Farrell has yet to break out much of any kind of running game, and the only time he did, Bautista was thrown out on the back end of a double steal last night.
Adam Lynn grounded out to Alexei.
Here's our AT&T UVerse multiview.
And the count 2-0. Top of the 4th in Detroit, 5-2 Tigers over Kansas City. After 4 in New York, Mets leading the Cubs 3-0. There he goes. Too good a jump.
And we talked about the fact that this is one of their premier base stealers. 80% efficiency coming in. Now it's better. Gets a great jump, and Gavin does not use a slide step. Cost him a bag, but he's gone 3-0, and Lynn probably has the green light.
Thank you. 3-1.
Took a fastball right on the inner portion.
And the count goes full.
We'll see if AJ wants to throw something off speed, either a curveball or a straight change, because Lynn has been geared up for the fastball. You can see with the runners in scoring position, he's been very good. Last night he hit the fastball very well and didn't do anything with the off-speed pitches.
That's popped up in the right center field. Diaz making the call. And that'll retire the side. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Done. Canerco and Rios.
6-hit game in Blue Jays history, and the answer, Frank Catalanato. Boy, that was obvious. Back in 04, 6 for 6 against our Sox. Played with Texas for a while. That's a big day. 6 hits. It's a big week for some folks.
I wouldn't know.
What was the most you had?
Hits?
Huh?
In one game? 4. And I'm done. 6 is a lot of hits.
6 is a lot of hits. I was in a game watching Pittsburgh Pirates when Rennie Stennett went 7 for 7 in one game.
Remember that.
22-0. Pittsburgh beat the Cubs. It was close for a while, but then they pulled away.
That's foul. Adam 1 for 1, a vicious single into right field. Well, the Blue Jays signed Jamie Moyer and have cut him loose after 11 minor league innings, giving up 17 hits and 10 runs.
Gave him a couple of starts, and that was that. They figure he needed a little more seasoning. It's 49.
What a career he's had. Wow. 2-1 pitch. Lowry well back out there in right field. Touch him upright.
Well, he got the pitch he was looking for. He got a fastball. It was down the middle, but maybe a little bit higher than Adam would have liked it had he ordered one up.
And the payoff. He did not go. So the dreaded leadoff walk.
Romero pitched at Cal State Fullerton and was with him in 2004. They helped pitch him to the College World Series win. Pretty exciting to win at Omaha.
Here's Polly. Polly 0 for 1, struck out. Threw in 5 changeups in that sequence. And there's the fastball.
The way Gavin is throwing today, it looked like he's going to need too many runs. So a couple here would look good.
There's the base hit. Adam will pull up at second. Paulie just taking what he gave him. He hit it just like he threw it.
Well, the right side is vacated. That ball is out of the zone, but there's a lot of hits that are out of the zone, and you can see there's nobody home on the right side. Paulie just reached out, poked it through the vacated right side, and 2 on, nobody out for Alex Rios, who hit the daylights out of one last time.
So here's Alex. He's 0 for 1, but he was robbed of a base hit on a beautiful play by Yunel Escobar. And that was with a man on first and third and 2 out. And if you miss that play back in the first inning.
This was after a controversial call, and it looked for a minute like it would turn into gold, but Escobar had other ideas.
That ball was absolutely scalded. Watch out. Got a piece of Omar.
Well, Arancibia last night threw out Ramirez from his knees and tried to do it again, except this time it skipped. And Omar didn't like that one, right off the left knee. Wow. How about that, Omar?
Put it on again, Omar. Two and one to count. Made a good pitch on a 2-0. AJ on deck. This is 2. So 2 out, done at third. AJ popped up to Rajay Davis in left field. AJ hitting at 287, 16 homers and 49 driven in. Takes first pitch strike right there. Watch out.
Romero, that's the 7th batter he's hit. When you get hit above the belt, you're going to feel that one. That one got him right in the kidney. For AJ, that's only the 3rd time he's been hit.
Well, when you walk 56 guys, you're going to hit a few as well.
Could have walked a few more here today, but our hitters have helped him out somewhat.
Tank grounded out to Brett Lawrie. Outfield slightly to the right, gap out there in left center. Ate him up inside.
The Tank is getting so aware of American League pitchers pitching him inside that he's swinging at pitches 6 inches off the plate. When you're ahead 1-0, you got to take this last pitch because you got no chance of doing anything with it except hitting it off your body or yanking it foul or just plain missing it.
Ball hit hard. Escobar. And that'll retire the side. Had a good opportunity right there. First 2 men aboard. Can't do anything with it. Sox pick 7 and pick 14 let you build a ticket plan around the games you want to attend, and plans start at just $61. So call 312-674-1000 and visit whitesox.com.
Evans got to deal with the bottom part of the order, and Escobar has hit the ball very well in this series with absolutely nothing but a sacrifice fly last night to show for it.
0 for 1. He took Alex back on the track as he takes first pitch. Strike. Count evens at 1.
That was an interesting swing on a straight chain. It's 86. And the old collapsing back leg.
That's an Adrian Beltre swing right there.
If he'd have hit that, he'd have popped it up instead of hitting it out.
Here you go.
Gavin's had very good stuff here today. This marks 3 of the last 4 outings where he's had his good stuff. This ball just disappears away. BMO Harris Bank pitch tracks will show you it's out of the zone, but if you're ahead of the hitter and he's got to defend, you're going to get swings like that.
Here's Rajay Davis. He grounded out to Uke. Pops it up. Ball. So 2 down to Omar.
Last time out against the Yankees, Gavin had a tough time going into the 6th inning. 4 earned runs, and he walked 5. But the 2 outings before that against the Cubs and the Twins, he was magnificent.
Well, that last outing, I'll tell you what he did. He worked his behind off just to keep his club in the game. It was a labor of love right there.
Well, it was a very hot day. He didn't have good stuff.
No.
He knew that from the beginning. And it was just a battle. I mean, you're facing a very strong Yankee lineup on a red hot day without your good stuff, and he did what he could do.
Talked to him after that game, and he was so tired. I mean, it was just he was having trouble talking.
That one was a battle.
But he battled. And here's the 1-2.
We both said it many times. If you have to wait till you're at the top of your game to go out and play, you'll play about 3 games a year, maybe 4.
Down ball. Hudson. Nice inning. 1-2-3. We're halfway home, scoreless. It's the bottom of the fifth inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for our Sox. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for their Blue Jays. Alexei, Hudson, and Diaza. Takes it right there. Alexei went out to Rajai Davis. Count evens. Take a few other scores for you. Top of the fifth in St. Louis, 3-2 Cardinals over the Marlins.
Last 19 games, Alexei has been red hot.
Good eye.
Seems that most of our hitters have come together at the perfect time. And she's saying that she really likes Alexei. That's her favorite.
And why not? Back through the middle into center field for the base hit.
That's just the third single. Of course, Gavin's given up just one. And that was leading off the ball game. So leadoff hitter aboard. If Romero had squared up his follow through, that one wouldn't have gotten through. But he doesn't, and it did.
Hudson struck out his first trip. Takes the bunt, takes the ball. Talking about the Marlins, if they don't change things around, I think we will be playing next year the Marlins right here in interleague play.
That'll be good.
There's a bunt. All right, this looks to second. Goes to first, so the sacrifice, 5-3.
Perfect bunt. Aaron Seavey is making the call. It could very well be that he thought that you open the door to a big inning if he doesn't get him at second base. So you take the out given you, especially with the left-hand hitter coming out.
Yaza is grounded out 3-1 and 6-3. Now feels slightly to the left and short.
I think Alejandro thought that one was a little bit up and out of the zone. Ron Culpa said no.
Lays off the curveball. Tigers now leading Kansas City 6-3, bottom of the fifth in Detroit. Pretty good pitch to hit and fouls it away. And Sepia keeps it in close proximity.
Well, if Ramirez would have taken off when that ball started to get away from Aaron Seavey, he'd have made it. But he did the right thing because he hesitated And at that point, you can't go. The throw's too short.
Most of the time, if you can still see the ball, you're going to hesitate. And that's popped up into left field. So Rajai Davis. Two down. That'll bring up Uke.
Another question you're asking if you're Ricky Romero, and you're asking yourself, unless somebody comes out from the dugout, is you take your chances with a man who's averaged an RBI per game since putting on a White Sox uniform, or do you pitch around him and take your chances with the left-hander Dunn, who you haven't gotten out yet today?
And a lot of times that is manager's choice, more so than pitcher's choice.
The pitcher is going to show you his choice by not throwing one in the zone if he doesn't want to face Euclid. Here in Sebia looking over in the dugout to see what suggestion they might have. An outside fastball, it looks like.
For a strike. 21 to count. No score here in the bottom of the fifth if you're just joining us. Ball hit hard. Rasmus back. Stretch. He looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes. A bomb. By Uke, and the Sox lead it 2-0.
Ricky Romero decides to throw to Euclid. And it cost him 2 runs. RBI's 26 and 27 on his 7th home run of the year. Our 4th home run replay, and it's a fastball out over the plate, crushed to straightaway center field.
So here's Adam. Adam has singled hard to right and walked. And that's off the handle, broken bat. And that'll retire the side, but not before a bomb by Euclid. Sox lead it 2-0. Sox fans, knowledge to the test. Batter's Box, presented by Midas. Don't miss episode 2 as 2 diehard Sox fans Square off in the batter's box tomorrow at 3:30 on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Do nothing good, guys, here in the top of the 6th inning. 2-4-0 for us. 0-1-0 for them. Aaron Sebia takes strike one.
And the runs couldn't have come at a better time because of the shadows.
There's a base hit back through the middle. So the leadoff man aboard.
Now, right now, you can still see the hitter is still in the sunshine, as is the pitcher. But in about 5 to 10 minutes, the hitter is going to be completely immersed in shadows. With the pitcher in bright sunshine, it's going to get a little more difficult.
So here's Lowry. Takes the bunt, takes the ball. He has singled and struck out. Brian Butterfield going through his sequence down at third. Jammed himself right there, fouls it back. Two and one to count. Gotta hurry. Yes! Rack 'em up.
It helped that Aaron Sebia doesn't have much speed and couldn't get down there near in time to try to disrupt Hudson. He's got plenty of time to get the throw off. He gets it there a good full step ahead of Lowry. And a quick 6-4-3.
So here's Rasmus, a strikeout and a fly out to left field. Curveball misses. And the stars align for the 2012 Major League Baseball All-Star Game as the best of our league takes on the best from their league. Don't miss the action on Tuesday, July 10th. Two and one to count. There's a rope hook. Re-tee at 2.
He's getting around pretty quickly, fortunately.
He's going to do that on something out over the plate because of that setup he's got at the plate with those shoulders wide open. He's going to have some top hand. Right there, he's not going to do a whole bunch.
No, he can't do anything with that pitch.
No. Down and in or right underneath the hands. No. Full count with Bautista on deck.
Just as soon not face him as a tying run, so this becomes a big pitch.
Second walk issued by Gavin. Bautista has gone out to center and then had a soft comebacker to Gavin. Rasmus 4 for 6 in stolen bases. Oh, 0-1 the count. Ground ball. Uke sucks it up. Over to Hudson. And that'll retire the side. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 2-0 White Sox lead. Presented by Cadillac. The good guy's bad boy talks about earning respect in the league and making a name for himself in Chicago. Plus his view of a perfect game from behind the plate. All that and more on Inside Look. A.J. Pierzynski tonight at 7 right here on Comcast Sportsnet. That will be interesting.
Get a different look at A.J. than you've probably ever seen before.
You know what? I think every fan who's going to watch that tonight knows exactly what they're going to see.
You think so?
Yeah. AJ's not going to change. He's something. He is the original Dennis the Menace. So here's Paulie. Paulie's 1 for 2. Sox on top 2-0. Of course, with that home run by Euclid last inning, the Alex Nelius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the year. And that's number 102. So $10,200 donated by Alex Nelius in loving memory of Ursula. Jammed him. 1 out.
And we've got in our booth with us, Hawk, one of the greatest hockey announcers ever, Pat Foley.
You better believe it. Hello, Pat. You're awesome. I love Pat Foley. How you doing, buddy? Good.
Nice to see you, Pat.
So here's Alex. He's 0 for 2. Outfield straight up. And takes up high. Spent many an hour listening to Pat. Of course, you know where Eddie is. He's in Vegas.
Yeah, I was going to say it. Probably is not going to be at the ballpark today. Eddie O.
Bears beat a full house.
Kelly Johnson has checked in the game at second base for Omar, who did get hit in the knee on a one hopper on a pickoff attempt at second. Oh! Omar shifted to third.
Two one. AJ on deck. Two 4-0 for our guys. 0-2-0 for their guys. Here in game 2 of this 3-game set and game 5 of this 6-game homestand.
Alex has a hitting streak to protect. Hit the ball hard enough certainly the first time up, but got robbed by Escobar. See if you can keep it alive right here.
And that is going to be foul about 5 feet.
Bullpen up and going. We know that man, Jason Frazier. That's because Romero's knocking at the door of 100 pitches. This is number 98.
And that was a changeup for ball 4. So the third walk issued by Romero. And here comes AJ. He has popped to left and he was hit. Drilled. Back in the 4th inning. And if you missed that, Sheridan and the Crews picked a click. AJ. Out of play, and that's in the a nice reach out catch by one of the fans in the Super Suite.
AJ is going to fly by the most home runs he's ever hit. That was 18 back in the glory year of 2005.
Curveball, high and inside, even counted 1. Well, AJ is so strong. Again, it's going back between 6 inches of each ear. If he wanted to adjust, he could hit 25 to 30 home runs every year. Every year he's been with us, I tell him every spring. You can hit 25 or 30 home runs. But it's the approach rather than the mechanics. First and 30, AJ. Oh, what a jump. What a jump he had. AJ fouls it off.
Yeah, unfortunately, with 2 strikes. Even on a jump like that, if it's a first strike, even sometimes a second strike, well, then you let him go because you know he's going to steal the base. But with 2 strikes, you got to be swinging. And Alex, who got a great jump, has to go back.
Softly hit. They're going to go to second now, and
well, he got lucky because he double pumped, thought about it, and then barely got the throw off. But he got him at second. Jim Wolf on the call.
So now 2 out, AJ at first, and here's Tank. Tank is grounded out 5-3 and 6-4, fielder's choice. Takes it right there. Pitch number 104. That's fair. Ate him up. Omar with the peg, and that'll retire the side. We'll go to the 7th. It's a 2-0 Sox lead. And a reminder that every White Sox Friday home game is United Flyaway Friday. Each Friday home game, one lucky fan will have the chance to win 2 free round-trip tickets to anywhere in the continental United States that United Airlines flies. United, proud to fly our White Sox, and we're happy to be with them. Mark Seipold, Sparky, Mike Corrigan, Bobby Garcia, all the great folks at Atlantic Aviation as well.
Nice time to be pitching for Gavin Floyd, as now the shadows are very much a factor.
So here is Edwin. Starts it off with a solid single, does Encarnacion.
First ball fastball, and with shadows it's tough to see the spin. One thing you can see is a fastball, especially one that's up there.
Yeah, if you're a hitter, you're just hoping, looking.
You're hoping to
first ball fastball.
Get a fastball.
Here's Lynn. High pop up, and that's going to be in the seats. Adam is grounded to short and going out to center. There's that changeup. $25,399. And that's chop foul. So the count 1-2. And in the finale of this set and this homestand tomorrow afternoon, Dylan Axelrod tee it up against Brett Cecil. So make your plans to be with us. It'll be 4 days off for the All-Star break. And then that road trip that Steve was telling you about earlier. That's hit hard. Diaza. Yes! Boy, he got a good jump. He made that play really look pretty easy, and it was not. That ball was absolutely tattooed.
Fortunately, he was lined up in a perfect spot. You can see him just a couple of steps to left center. That ball hit so hard it probably came out knuckling to him, making it a little more difficult.
What a job our outfield defense has done this year. Oh. And you as a pitcher, you know how much our guys appreciate that.
It's positioning as well as getting just great jumps, and they've all been doing that. We've got pretty good arms in the outfield. They've all been accurate. Alex is truly back at home in right field. Tank has done a wonderful job adjusting to yet another position since he put on the uniform of the White Sox in their organization.
And there's a base hit. So Escobar.
AJ now going out to talk with Gavin. Get that concentration back. They've given up just 2 hits through 6. He's given up 2 hits and 3 hard hit balls this inning.
Rajay Davis has grounded to third and popped to first. Just tuning in, a 2-run homer by Kevin Youkilis. A bomb over that center field fence in the 5th. Okay, boys. Rack 'em up. Yes. And that'll retire the side. 7th inning stretch. Sox lead at 2-0.
1 is ERA just below 4, on for the 38th time. 39 strikeouts in 31 2/3 innings. He's actually been very good since moving back to Toronto.
So the second time that Rajai Davis has hit into a double play in this series, and he doesn't do that very often the way he can run.
Pretty amazing, but it's got to be a good combination of hitting it right at the shortstop and then a very quick turn.
Little off-speed pitch, high neck in.
Well, Alexei was going to run into the dugout for a second. Down he goes. Very flexible young man.
Well, he's got to be.
Yep.
And that is in the right field. That's a can of corn for Bautista. 1 out. Alexei now 1 for 3 with a run scored. He singled to start off that 5th. And with 2 out, Youkilis homer.
Don't forget that key sacrifice bunt by Orlando Hudson.
That was the beauty. Orlando 0 for 1 with that sacrifice bunt. Fakes the bunt. We have not heard Brett Lawrie. He exited the ball game.
Yeah, they just made the switch over and no announcement to this point. They brought Kelly Johnson in at second, and that necessitated Omar Vizquel to shift to third and Lawrie to leave the game.
Well, Laurie's fun to watch. He's almost like perpetual motion.
And that's part of the job of Juan Nieves. You have to spray down the guys that help you out in the bullpen.
Getting Tom out there, getting him all moistened up. 2-2. Arancibia wanted that one.
You can understand why he might. Nissan pitch tracks. Could have gone either way. It went Orlando's way.
A redo, same thing, full count.
That one chased a few of the Blue Jays down off that top perch. Got him back up there, but not before it started their heart going just a touch. Bailing out. I don't blame him. Comes over there in a hurry and you don't have a glove with you.
Getting that hold. Kelly Johnson now with a pirouette to throw. Makes a good play. 2 down.
Nice play by Johnson to his left. Way back on the outfield grass and gets it over there in plenty of time.
So here's Diaza. Alejandro 0 for 3. Jason Frazier. Boy, he's got a big arm for a little guy. He looks a lot bigger in that uniform than he is.
Anytime you average more than a strikeout an inning, you're doing pretty good. And he's averaged considerably more than a strikeout per inning.
Two out, 1-2 the count. Come on, get on for you, Alejandro. Way up high, and you can watch the game in luxury from behind home plate in the Gold Coast Tickets Club here at US Cellular Field. Gold Coast Tickets, you got a guy. That's from Seth and Max. Two good guys. Seth Sherian, Max Wasteman. Got him. And that'll retire the side. We'll go to the 8th, leading 2-0. Guys, no runs, 4 hits, no errors for their guys. It'll be Vizquel, Arancibia, and Johnson.
And you still have to watch the bunt from Omar. With that in mind, Euclid in at the cut of the grass at third, and Paulie just off the bag at first.
Omar is lined out hard to Alexei and grounded out softly to second. 21 to count. Gavin getting it and throwing it today. I like it.
Matt Thornton getting ready in the bullpen. No chance on that one for Tank. This is the fastest as Gavin's worked, and when you work this quickly, number one, your fielders really appreciate it, but also you appear to have tremendous confidence in your own stuff. And then consequently you will have confidence in your own stuff.
That's into left field. Tank, he's there. 1 out.
That goes back to good positioning. And even though Vizquel has hit the ball hard a couple of times, we've had somebody standing right in front of it.
All right, we're talking about Matt Thornton. Yesterday, here's what he was doing with his little rookie ducklings. Got them all on a leash, on a rope, leading them to the bullpen. I love that shot.
Yeah, you just have to make sure that they find their way. They are very young. So Matt's been out there a while, just wants to make sure he doesn't lose anybody.
That's out of play right side. Aaron Sebia 1 for 2. Ball and 2 strikes to the 26-year-old receiver. Comebacker. 2 down.
Here's our Xfinity high-speed action replays, and it settles around Gavin Floyd because he's been all everything today. Strikeouts, good fielding, and just good enough so that Robin is going to take him out of the game at the 100 pitch mark. He's going to go to Matt Thornton, and just like Jake Peavy, Gavin's going to get a standing ovation. So as he walks off and Matt Thornton comes in, we'll step out and be back after these messages. In the ball game last night, he was brilliant in his 2/3. He struck out both men he faced. He's on for the 41st time. ERA an even 3. Record 2-5. And he's looking in at Kelly Johnson, who's going to hit for the first time today.
Fouls that first ball, fastball back, and the count 0-1. Sox with 2 runs in the 5th inning. That 2-run homer. A blast over the center field wall by Youkilis. And that ball hit hard. We got a man there. Nice running catch by Diaza. And that'll retire the side. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It'll be Youk, Dunn, and Konerko.
Our Miller moment, and it's none other than Kevin Euclid. This is a difference in this one. The 2-run bomb coming in the 5th inning. And Euclid now has played in 12 games for our Sox. He's hit 3 home runs. He's driven in 13 runs. As Darren Oliver comes into the game with a 2-1 record, ERA under 1.5. And when you talk about ageless veterans, you're looking at one. Darren Oliver.
Uke has walked, grounded to second, and as you just saw, what he did in the 5th. Former teammates as you take strike 1.
This stadium might not hold all of Darren Oliver's former teammates.
And that's foul. He's been a good one. He has been a good one. 41 years old. Wow, look at that list of teams.
I know he's literally been everywhere.
He's a nice guy. His dad could hit the ball just about as far as anybody. Bob, that's grounded to Lynn, and out number 1.
There you look at the career numbers. 114 wins, 92 losses. That's 22 over 500. Hasn't been called out as a closer very much, but he's become a great situational left-hander out of the bullpen. And because of that, because of his ability to get the ball over the plate and throw left-handed, he stayed in the game.
Adam is single, walked, and gone out to center.
This full season is over. Oliver will have just short of 18 years in the major league. And you would think the way he's thrown it this year, he's just liable to get another one.
Got him. 2 down.
Soft breaking ball. Nissan Pitch Tracks will tell you it's a perfect pitch.
So here's Paulie. Paulie 1 for 3. Well, you figure 18 years for a position player. Okay, that's a terrific career. 18 years for a pitcher. It's unbelievable. And then you go to 27 years for Nolan Ryan.
And never made any concessions to the aging process.
That to me is the second greatest record. You talk about Cal Ripken's in 27 years for Nolan Ryan. Wow.
Especially when you consider that he was still a fastballer when he left the game. That's the most amazing part about that.
Yeah, he was still throwing close to 100 when he left.
Paulie doesn't mind seeing Oliver come into the game, as you can see by those numbers.
Takes a strike and a count 2-1. For their guys in the 9th, it'll be Rasmus, Bautista, and Encarnacion, just like Abner designed it. Three and 1 to count.
Well, Oliver is very much aware that Paulie has crushed him. That's why he's being careful. Nate Jones loosening up in the bullpen. We've been on a streak, and because of that, Addison Reed has thrown an awful lot lately.
Yeah, I imagine it's going to be Matt for Rasmus, and then Nate. Two out, 3-2 the count. Omar's got it. So an easy 1-2-3 inning. Darren Oliver, we're into the ninth, leading 2-0. .com at-bat 12 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, and Windows Mobile. Get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text at-bat to 31826. And here we are, top of the ninth inning. Matt Thornton. Colby Rasmus at the plate. Rasmus 0 for 2 with a walk. Count evens at 1. Bautista on deck. Encarnacion in the hole. One and two the count. He gone. Big out.
Well, we got the 2 runs while everybody was still in the sunshine. And then when it moved to the shadows, there's been no scoring. Nissan pitch tracks will show you this one out of the zone. But at 97, it's really quick to make up your mind.
Ouch. Ouch. Bautista 0 for 3.
This can't feel too good. Good fastball right off the outside of the right foot.
That's into left field. Tank fighting that sign and can't get it.
Unfortunately, he didn't get an angle on it.
They got him at third with a throw. Yes, he gone. Hit the relay man, and we do it. Yes.
Well, Bautista's arguing the play with Darryl Cousins, but the fact is, it was a very dumb base running play. You stay at second base, you're down by 2. Whether you get to third or not is almost irrelevant. And I think that's one of the reasons why John Farrell is not going out there and arguing anymore. Now Tank gets to the ball, gets it back in quickly enough, and makes sure it's right on the money to Ramirez, who guns him at third.
So a beautiful relay play again by our Sox. Mercy. So 2 down. And here's Encarnacion.
7-6-5 on the out. And Jose has time to think about that one. He probably will reconsider his decision.
He will. He'll kick himself right in the butt for it. One-run ball game, different story.
They've got to stay at second base, even if you think you can make it at third.
1-1. And the count 1-2. $25,399, most of them on their feet. No walks. Francisco has come out on deck.
Encarnacion keeps it alive. A pinch hit for Lynn.
He gone, and this ball game is over. So the Sox make it 5-0 on this homestand. They sweep Texas. They take the first 2 from Toronto. They win it 2-0. Gavin Floyd was magnificent.
What a brilliant job today. Gavin Floyd went 7 2/3, 4 hits, no runs, and 2 streaks come to an end. Gavin Floyd had never beaten Toronto. He was 0-5. Now he's 1-5. Ricky Romero had never lost to the Sox. He was 3-0. Now he's 3-1. And we've got a 3.5 game lead in the Central.
And let's check out our GMC players of the game. They are Gavin